How do pro athletes stay consistent? Respect to you for watching this guide to separate yourself from the competition. Listen intently to maximize your learning. These are my promises to you. I will teach you the skills necessary towards improving your consistency on the field during games and training. Mental and physical preparation. Practice makes perfect. The top 1% of athletes make sure to prepare for their games in advance in order to gain an edge on the opponent. And the athlete that prepares in advance for the game is light years ahead of the athlete that doesn't. So I want you to think for a second. Let's say you're a head coach, right? You are, and you're going against a really good team, okay? In your team, they don't really like preparing for the game. They don't really take practice seriously. So who do you think is gonna win? Your team that doesn't prepare for anything, or the team that is actively preparing to beat your ass? Think about that for a sec. Preparing physically. Number one, train with a goal in mind. Think of goals as a sidewalk, okay? Think of them as like a roadmap towards your goal, like your overarching goal, okay? Those goals, those tiny little goals, act as like a pathway for you, all right? So let's say your overall goal is to make it to the NFL, right? You're gonna have tiny goals, like multiple tiny goals, leading you over to that big overarching goal. So let's say you're in high school, right? That's your goal. Your goal is to go to the NFL. You're in high school right now, okay? Your first tiny goal is go to university, right? Your second tiny goal is to do good, right? Become the top star at your school. Third tiny goal, make it to the NFL draft, and then that's gonna lead you to your overarching goal of making it to the NFL. Obviously, getting into playing college football is not a tiny goal, but in the big scheme of things, it's the tiny goal with the overarching goal of going to the NFL. Number two, take necessary steps towards recovery. A lot of high school athletes or semi-pro athletes, they don't really take recovery seriously, right? Like you can see Ronaldo and LeBron, they spend millions of dollars on their body in order to prepare themselves for the next game, to become the top of the world, right? Like LeBron, this guy, he has like I don't know, like O2 chambers and stuff. Like it's crazy what he got to do to become the best, you know? So take the necessary steps towards recovery. Eat good, recover, go like cold baths, hot baths, like the change between those keeps the blood moving. Stretching is very important. Those machine like massage guns, right? Those are very important. And get massages. Like just make sure you're recovered for the next game. Weightlift or work out in some form. Now, I think this is like very simple. Like weightlifting and working out will like immediately like increase like your skill level. Like the top athletes, they always weightlift or have a workout in some form. Like there's no top athlete that doesn't weightlift or work out. Like it's just simple as that. Preparing mentally. Number one, clear your mind, meditate and journal. Now, let's go back to the brain points, right? So negative thoughts, random thoughts, they all eat up your brain points, all right? By clearing your mind, you're allocating those brain points over to your sport, right? So having a clear mind allows you to be more consistent because you're more focused on your actions. Number two, eat healthy and drink more water. This seems like it's weird to be in like preparing mentally. It should be in the other one, right? But no, like it's scientifically proven that if you eat healthy and drink more water, that's gonna impact your cognitive functions. Okay, so water like it speeds up like your neurons firing, and eating healthy increases brain mass or whatever the fuck it does. I'm not a fucking scientist, but I know there are studies on it where drinking more water and eating healthy it allows for better brain performance and stuff like that. Number three, scout your opponents. How can you be prepared if you don't even know what your opponents are doing, right? I think every sport does this. Like you're looking at film, right? For football, I know for football we have film of previous games of our opponents. We gotta look at our assignments. We gotta look at the players, see what they're doing, find any patterns. That's preparing us mentally for when we play them, so we know, so we're not caught off guard, right? think it's the same for basketball and soccer. Just scout your opponents, know what's gonna happen. It's like spider sense, right? You're practically gonna know what's gonna happen before it happens. Like you can read the defense or whatever. He did that before last game. Oh, I think he's gonna do this one now. It's a spider sense, bro. Confidence. Confidence is directly linked to preparation. How can you be confident if you're not prepared for a situation? This you could use this in life, okay? Like let's say you're taking a math test, right? How can you be confident that you're gonna ace the test if you haven't studied? Why would you do that to yourself? You have to study. Studying equals confidence in your marks. And it's the same thing for sports. Preparing for the sport equals confidence in that sport. You must be able to trust your abilities in order to gain confidence. What I like to think of it as riding a bike. You're gonna trust yourself not to fall, and then the confidence will come to go faster and faster and start doing tricks. You can put that for anything. You can use this, like make it into another analogy, right? Let's say you're gonna do a backflip, right? You have to trust your ability to do the backflip, and then once you do it, you're gonna increase your confidence in it, and you're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep doing it. The confidence will increase. It's just repping it out, right? You just need to trust. You just need to trust your abilities, and that gains confidence. Setting a small, achievable goals in training will incrementally develop your confidence. Think of each goal as the steps on the staircase. You need all the steps to get somewhere. So, as I was saying, let's say your overarching goal is making it to the Premier League. Okay, it's all the way up here. You're right here right now. Okay, your confidence is low, and these steps are tiny little goals, right? So first, you're gonna complete your first goal, right? Boom. You're already above your first confidence level, okay? You do your second goal, boom, above that one. Boom, boom, you're here. Now look at your confidence. It's sky high now. Just keep doing small little goals to increase your confidence, and that'll get you to your overarching goal. Focus on important things. Top athletes aren't thinking about their shopping list during a game or training. They're focused at the task at hand. How can you be physically consistent if your thoughts aren't? This directly links back to mental preparation tip 1. Clear your mind. All the athletes, you can quote me on this, all the athletes, their minds are clear going into a game or practice. They're focused, 100% focused on their actions during that practice or game. You can quote me on that. Now, how do you focus on the task at hand? I know this seems kind of stupid, right? Like, oh, you just focus, right? There's some people who really don't know, and I just gotta tell them how. All right, number 1 is mental preparation tip 1, which is clear your mind. You need to have your brain points allocated for your actions when you go into practice or training. Number 2, get what's on your mind done before your game or training. So let's say you have like an assignment due, okay? Instead of stressing about it during practice or the game, just get it done right away. This is just like a life tip for you, right? Don't procrastinate, because that shit will eat you. That shit eat you up. All right? Just get whatever you need to do done before you have fun and shit. All right? It's eating the frog. I like to call it eating the frog. People call it eating the frog. Just eat the hardest thing first, and then you got the easier shit later. Number 3 is flow state. If you know what flow state is, it's like a brain, like, you know, Avatar, like you watch the show Avatar, is when he goes into Avatar state, right? He's just like, he's the Avatar, bro. Like, he's the strongest person there, because he's just cool like that, you know? Like, he knows what he's doing. He's just beating the shit out of people. Like, he's just locked in. Now, how to enter flow state? Flow state is the balance of difficulty and confidence. So what you want to do is balance your confidence level and your skill level. So if the skill level is too high, right? Your confidence is gonna be low, right? Cause, oh, it's too hard. I don't know what I'm gonna do, right? Oh shit. Oh, all that. And if your confidence is too high and the skill level is too low, you're gonna be bored, right? Like, it's like playing, I don't know, like I don't know, like, what's it, like tic-tac-toe with a retard, right? Like, you know, you're just gonna win. It's boring. And lastly, quality of training. If the quality of your practices are shit, then how can you be prepared? the quality of practice equals the quality of preparation. This just makes sense. Like, I don't know if you don't understand this, then there's a problem, right? Like, if you eat shit food, you're gonna have shit skin. If you buy a shit car, then it's gonna break soon. Like, like quality equal, like, think of this like an up arrow, right? Like, up equals up, down equals down. You know what I'm saying? Here's an actionable step for you. Write down a list of 5 things you could do to increase the quality of your training for your next practice or training or game or whatever. Now, I want you to pause the video and write the list in the comments to maybe help anyone watching. Whoever's struggling with writing this list down, just write it in the comments for people to take a look at and develop their own thoughts on it. All right, pause the video. All right, once you've done that, unpause the video or whatever the fuck. Okay, I have completed my promises to you. I taught you the skills necessary towards improving your consistency on the field during games and training. Here's a quick plug. Join a community of like-minded athletes looking to up their game. Here's the Discord link. It's also in the bio. Just keep grinding, keep your head down, and dominate.